Story time, everybody. Hi, how is everybody doing today? It's Thursday. So today I wanted to come on and just do a chat video and talk about this hot topic. Okay, so yesterday on Facebook, I decided to post an article regarding Mary J. Blige and her husband, well, her ex now. I will post the article right now. So this is a picture of Mary J. Blige and her ex-husband and she's leaving him because he's cheating on her with this young lady over there. And oh my God, I totally understand where she's coming from because it has happened to me. So listen to this story that I have to tell you guys. Okay, so when I posted that, not a lot of people, but a couple of people came under under the article and commented and said how they feel about the whole situation with him messing around with Mary J. Blige's friend and blah, blah, blah. Long story. So anyway, somebody commented and said something about how it's not the women. If a man wants to cheat, he's going to cheat regardless whether it's with a friend or with somebody else, which is true. And I went ahead and I replied and commented, and I said a couple of things to this young lady. I was basically telling her that I agree with her. However, a lot of people, when it comes to relationships and when you go through certain things and you see it happening to other people, it brings back those memories and it hurts you to the core, because I've been through a lot when it comes to relationships, my man cheating on me, or women that I thought were my friends that stole my boyfriend. You know, I've been through a lot. Okay, so regarding my late husband, my previous relationship, and relationships that I've been in the past. So today I want to share a story with you all regarding a boyfriend of mine that I dated way back. Okay, so, and this is going to explain why I feel the way that I do. I was never like that until it happened to me, because I was in my early 20s, right? Let me get started and explain this, and then tell me why. You guys will understand why I feel that women should not be trusted. Friends, not women. Not all, but some. So here's the deal. Okay, so a long time ago, I used to work at this place. And I'm not going to get into too much details, but I'm going to try to make this as quickly as possible. And I met a young lady there, and we became really tight. We became best friends. So we would hang out and go to each other's homes and blah, 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 blah. So at the time, she was married to this Spanish guy, and they had 3 children, and they was getting a divorce. So I happened to come over one day, and I'm hearing them arguing, and I'm watching them, and they're arguing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, should I go? You know? And she was like, no, you stay right there. Da, 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 da. And I was like, wow. So at the time, I only had my oldest son. At the time, I only had 1 child at the time. And I was like, whoa. So to make a long story short, she was dating somebody at the job that was married. And I knew the wife. Now, so I'm in the middle of everything. So I know the wife. I know my best friend. So what do? I mind my business. I'm not getting involved. I kept my eyes closed. I don't know what's going on. That's between y'all. I don't want to get involved in that, because sometimes you try to get yourself involved. I'm like, what do I do? Do I tell this person, or do I keep it to myself? I kept it to myself. It may be messed up, but I said, I'm not getting involved. It's none of my business. That's one thing that I've always known to do, is mind my own business, and that's what I did. So then from there, we would hang out, do the regular things that friends do. So one day, I'm dating this guy, and he's fine as hell. Woo. And he invited me out. He said, oh, what are you doing tonight? I want to come pick you up. I want to take you out dancing and da-da-da-da-da-da. So I was like, ooh, yes, I would love to go out. I said, but can I bring my sister and my best friend? So I brought my sister and my best friend with me. So basically, he picked me and my sister up. Then we went to go to my best friend's house, and he went to pick her up. We all went together. And from the minute that they met each other, I could see the way she was looking at him and the way he was feeling her, she was feeling. But I didn't think anything of it. And she came to me and said, oh my God, he is so fine. He looks so good. like that. And I was like, yeah, he's cute, huh? I got good taste. Hey. But I didn't think anything of it. So we had to do it. We go dancing. So they dancing with each other, and I'm having a seat. And my sister said, yo, Vicky, you better watch her. Look how she's all up on your man. I was like, nah, she ain't like that. She's cool people. She would never do that. I was naive and trusting. I trusted her. I was like, she would never do that. No way. No, that's not what you think. And she was like, the way they looking, so I wouldn't trust her. Don't trust her with your man. I was like, she kept telling me, and I was like, nah. And she's like, okay. So, to make a long story short, so, you know, that was, you know, he takes her home, he takes me home, and blah, blah. Then 3 months later, I had no idea. She calls me up. She's pissed off at my boyfriend. And I was like, why would you be pissed off at my boyfriend? Sorry, my phone always rings when I make a video. So anyway, so she's pissed off at him, and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, why would you be mad at, what's going on here? Because I'm confused, like, why are you mad at my boyfriend? You shouldn't even be mad at him. What are you doing talking to him? And she was like, oh, by the way, we've been dating each other for the past 3 months. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, we've been seeing each other, and I'm pissed off at him because he did this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. So that I was in shock because I had no idea that she did that. So I was like cursing her out. You bitch, you da, 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 da. I'm fighting with her, and she's going back and forth with me, and we were fighting with each other. So I was like, I hung up on her, so I called him up. And he was like, yeah, that's right, I'm dating her. I heard that you was doing this, that, and the other, and blah, blah. Because she definitely belittled me to try to get him even more. Like, she told him a bunch of lies. Like, oh, Vicky's this, she don't really like you, and blah, blah, blah. And she's doing this and that, da, 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 which wasn't true. And he believed it because he figured that's my friend, so she would know more, a lot of things about me. And so it just got really ugly, and I wanted to fight her, and I told my sister about it. She was like, I told you. And I was like, wow, you was right. And so to make a long story short, I stopped messing with her. I was done with her, and I was done with him, and they could have each other. Bye-bye. There's a lot of guys out there. I don't need to be with this one. He's a, you know, so they both could have each other. 2 losers. So that was like, that hurt me to the core because I believed in her and I trusted her and I thought she was my best friend, and she was never my friend. And she was always, you know, always had this jealousy thing about me. Like, she always felt some type of way about me, but pretended very well. Because she would always, you know how when people compliment you too much, you gotta watch that. Because she would say stuff to me, because she would say, oh, I wish I had a body like you, or I like the way your hair look, or I like your skin tone, or I like the way this, that. She would always compliment me, but in a comparison kind of a way. Like, she'd be like, if I had what you had, I'll be happy with this, I'll be happy if I had these. You know, she would always compare us. But I never took it as if it was like if she was really jealous or had a problem with me, but she did apparently. And those are the kind of friends that basically, she wanted to be me. She wanted to have whatever I had. That's why she did what she did. And plus, she was attracted to my boyfriend. He was fine as hell. But still, it's just like, it's just a principle. You're my friend. You don't do that. You don't break that code. And I was hurt. And she was the person who changed me forever, where I could never trust women around my man because she did that. It was her fault. And ever since then, I've never been the same when it comes to my friends with my man. I could be like, I watch people and I see. I could tell. And that's why I'm the way that I am. And I have trust issues with women. And I've also had a hard time trusting men. It took me a long time for me to even be married to, you know, it was hard. And even with my late husband, same situation, you know, he was a dog. He had like girls calling him all the time. It's hard. So the moral of this video is basically, ladies, be careful when it comes to women that are your friends. You gotta watch them because you just never know. And then, you know, it's a two-way street, you know what I'm saying? Because if your man really loved you, he wouldn't cheat on you. But at the end of the day, some women, they can provoke a man. Any woman, if she wants to, can steal anybody's man, and vice versa. Because all you gotta do is provoke the person. You gotta do certain things and it just happens. But if you're a good person and you're not like that, more power to you. But if you got to be very, very, very careful with women, you got to be careful with the same thing. If a man is with a woman, the woman could do the same thing. You got to be careful around your male friends with your woman, because you just never know. And it's really sad that it has to be that way. But at the end of the day, when somebody shows you that they're like that, it's better that you get rid of them. And it's not a loss. You gained. So when it comes to Mary J. Blige and her husband, she just got herself out of a situation. Because sometimes people like that, a man like that, you don't need. You deserve a good man who's going to be dedicated and faithful to you. And that's not easy to find. But when you do find that good man, he's a keeper. Like right now, even with my previous marriage, I've had women try to steal my husband. The same situation. I think it's like when a woman sees that you're with that person, it makes them want the guy more. Like if Vicky is with him, maybe I could have him too. Like, you know what I'm saying? But my husband is, I don't trust nobody. You never know. Even with him, you just never know. I can't say I trust him, but that's a whole different video, okay? I just wanted to talk about my ex way back in the days. I don't want to talk about my previous situation. Okay? So anyway, guys, just wanted to share this quick story. Well, it's not a quick story time. I wanted to share this story time with you all and to let people be aware, ladies and gentlemen, do not trust your friends with your man, and vice versa. Men, do not trust your woman with your friendship. Friendships could get ruined because of your relationship. Do not let them hang out together. You got to be very careful. You got to watch them, because you just never know. People are sneaky, conniving all the time. The enemy comes with smiles and faces. They smile with you. They shake your hands. They tell you they love you. They say they got your back, but they're the ones you have to watch. And it's sad because, like I said, I'm not making none of this stuff up. If it didn't happen to me, I would never be the way that I am today. I have a trust issue when it comes to people in general. When it comes to women and friendship, I am very, very, like, my guards are up because I know what I've been through, and it will never happen to me again, and it never did. It never happened again. After what that lady did to me, never have I ever experienced anything negative happen to me again, because I didn't let it. I don't let anybody in too much. I'm like, you stay right there. I gotta watch you. You gotta earn my friendship, because nowadays, I can't call everybody a friend. You gotta earn it. You gotta prove it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, guys, have a fabulous Thursday. God bless you all, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.